So whatever we have covered in the last lecture, doubt आहेत का तुम्हाला काही? Hello.
No, ma'am.
For the last examples, if you are not having out, let us go for the next one is minimum surface of revolution. So we'll see the next example is for minimum surface of revolution. Minimum surface of revolution. Okay. So in this example, what we have is actually, let me write down the question itself so that you should also read this and you have to tell me that what is given to us and how you are going to use our Euler-Lagrange's equation. What is our Euler-Lagrange's equation? It is nothing but d by dx of dou f by dou y dash minus dou f by dou y is equals to 0. So how you are going to use equation as the word minimum is there. So here we have to apply the extrema condition, correct? If you are going to apply the extrema condition, we should find out first integral I. This integral I will be extremum only if this function, whatever we have, f, that is whatever the terms we have except dx ला सोडून जे काही असेल ते काय असणार आहे तुमचं फंक्शन f.
Function.
I is a extremum only if your f satisfy this Euler-Lagrange's equation. So minimum means what? We are going to find out the extremum conditions. Okay. So let me write down the question. Show that the curve is catenary for which the area of surface of revolution is minimum. Show that the curve is catenary for which area of surface of revolution revolution is minimum. Huh. Have you understood what is given to us and what we want to prove? काय दिलेलं आपल्याला? Show that curve is catenary. Whether you know what is catenary?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Whether you know asteroid, figure of asteroid, circle, hyperbola, parabola.
Yes, ma'am.
Circle, we know circle. Equation of circle is also known to us. What is parabola? There are actually 4 types of parabola. So we can have y is equal to 4x square, that is one type. And what is this? We are having x and y axis. So what is this?
Hyperbola.
Hyperbola. Okay. So if this is x and y axis. So what is this? This is an ellipse. Okay. What is an asteroid? This like kite. पतंग के जैसा होता है. Okay. Equation of x y is say x raised to 2 by 3 plus y raised to 2 by 3 is equals to a raised to 2 by 3. And we are going to find out the equation for a catenary, right? Now let us see now what is a catenary and how it looks like, because here what is given to us, we have to show that the curve is catenary for which area of surface of revolution is minimum. Okay, we are provided with one curve, we have to revolve it about an axis. After revolving it about an axis, we are going to get one area, right? Let me show you how we are going to revolve. Okay, actually, suppose we have here, as we are evolving, so let us consider it in a 3D space. Suppose this is what your x-axis, y-axis, and z-axis. Correct? Here, suppose one curve is given to you. Let be. It's not. Say it is with the point say P and Q. Here, say point is with say coordinate is provided to us say x1 y1, and here it is say with the coordinates x. Correct. What you have to do actually, surface of revolution means what? Here, what is given to us for which area of surface of revolution is minimum. Okay. So first we must know what do you mean by surface of revolution, and then only we can find out what whether it is the curve whatever we are going to obtain is a catenary or not. Okay. So here actually we have a curve given to us. What you have to do, you have to revolve this curve about the y-axis. Okay. After revolving this curve about the y-axis, what will be the image? So here also we will get the same thing now. With the same distance, we are going to get the same image. And if you are going to connect this, so actually we are going to have this type of an image. In this case, you have to imagine, no doubt, what we have a one curve in xy plane. We have to revolve this curve in xy plane about the y-axis. Okay. Let us assume that this is your y-axis, and we have a one curve here. Okay. You can see my video now. Instead of saying that. So here we have a one curve. Okay, this curve we have to revolve it about a y-axis. After revolving this about a y-axis without touching it, or then it is called a surface of revolution, right? So here, if you are going to revolve whatever the object we are going to get, that object is called a catenary. Now we have to show theoretically that it is a catenary. Okay. So for showing that, what we will do first, we'll go with the basic thing what we have done for finding the shortest path. Correct? क्या किया था हमने shortest path find out करने के लिए? Can anyone remember this?
2 points get lote.
Very neighboring points. No, here
Neighboring points.
y and
X plus dx, y plus dy.
Okay. So we have taken very two neighboring points with a very small distance. Say this distance, I can say it is nothing but ds. Okay, now can anyone say me what will be the nature of ds? कैसा दिखेगा वो ds, the distance?
Straight line.
Is it a straight line? You have to imagine, no? Now go to my video.
Like a ring or disc.
Right. It is just like a disc or a ring, no? Actually, we have a one straight line here. We have to revolve that curve about a fixed axis. After revolving that about a fixed axis, you have to imagine what will be the figure after revolving that curve about a fixed axis. Whatever the surface of revolution we are going to take, it is in the 3D space, correct? Because we have a figure in xy plane or a curve in xy plane, we have to revolve it about a y-axis, and whatever the object we are getting is nothing but one 3D object. Okay. So this distance ds, it may be it is considered to be a disk, right? So first we will find out what is a area covered by this ds, and then we will find out the area covered by this, and with the help of that we will show that it is a equation of a catenary. So with the theoretical steps we have to show that it is a equation of a catenary. Okay. So let us start with the construction. What we will do, consider the 2 points P and Q in the xy plane. Consider the curve between the 2 points. Okay, what we have done, consider the 2 points P and Q in the xy plane. And we have to consider a curve in between the 2 points P and Q. So next we have provided that we have to find out the surface of revolution of a curve about a y-axis. Okay, we are provided with y-axis. We have to revolve it about a y-axis. If suppose we have revolved it about x-axis, it will be some another figure. Now, what is our aim to find out? a curve for which surface area is a minimum. Okay, what is our aim to find out? Surface of revolution should be minimum. Okay, our aim is to find out area of surface of revolution should be minimum, and then we have to show that whatever the object we are getting whose area of surface of revolution is minimum, that curve is nothing but catenary. Correct? Is it okay?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
So what you have to do now, our aim is to find out the curve for which surface area or area of surface of revolution should be minimum. Now what we have to do, we have to consider the ds, whatever we have formed here. Okay, these are the things we have to write down in the exam. Okay, first you have to write down the construction. Let us take the 2 points P and Q. Let us consider the curve between the 2 points P and Q. Let us revolve the curve about the fixed axis Y. And whatever the object we are going to take, we have to find out the area of surface of revolution which is minimum. Okay, you have to write down these things if you are going to appear for the physical exam. I hope 70% chances are there you are going to appear for the physical exam. So we have to consider this small distance ds, and we have to find out firstly, we'll find out the area of this strip, and due to revolution of this point A about a fixed point. So what we have to do, consider the strip of where the ds is formed due to revolution of a point A about a y-axis. That means we have considered that suppose this is a point, assume that this whole uh, suppose x is a point, so if you are going to revolve this point about a fixed axis, what we are going to get a circle. And if you are going to revolve these 2 points, after revolving this, the distance between these 2 points, we are going to get a one strip. Okay, if a distance of a point A from y-axis is x, that means let us consider the point A. Where should be a point A? So that means here, suppose we are going to consider A is a point somewhere here. Okay, we are going to consider the distance of point A from here. It is nothing but we'll consider it is nothing but x-axis, because in the direction of x-axis we are calculating. So it is nothing but x. Okay. The distance of a point A from y-axis is x. Surface area of a strip is given by. Now you have to tell me that what is the surface area of that strip. Surface area of strip is given by. काय असेल surface area हे stripचं? Disk. Assume that this is like a disk. You can find out the area of disk. Okay. Can you tell me what is the circumference of the circle?
2 pi r.
2 pi r. Okay.
2 pi r.
2 pi r. R is nothing but your this radius, no? With the help of radius itself, this disk is considered, no? So I can take it as x. Okay. Why I have taken x? Because x is not fixed out. अगर आप यहाँ पे हो तो x का value different होगा. अगर आप यहाँ पे हो तो x का value different होगा. So r is a radius which is fixed out. But instead of taking r, I have taken it is 2 pi x, because instead of considering these two neighboring points, if you have considered these two neighboring points, at that time value of x may be different. Okay. So this is what 2 pi r. Now for a circle, we are saying that the area of circumference is nothing but 2 pi r. Right. So what is disk? Disk is nothing but the combination of circle ना. Circle, एक circle के ऊपर आप उसी एरिया का या उसी टाइप का दूसरा सर्कल रखते हो, या यू आर गोइंग टू पुट इन मोर देन 10. Suppose you have put. So how are you going to find out the area of that disk?
Integrating.
No doubt by integration you can find out, but if you want to find out circumference directly, you can do it by ds, no?
Multiplication by h.
Here suppose this it is. Okay, यहाँ पे क्या होगा आपका फर्स्ट सर्कल का सर्कमफ्रेंस क्या है 2 pi r into multiplied by this height. Okay, what is this height? Whatever may be the number of circle you have put out. So here also this is just like a strip. How you are going to find out the surface area of a strip? You have to just find out the area of this circle, that is 2 pi r multiplied by this height ds. Correct na?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So here we get 2 pi x into ds. So why we have taken x? X actually whenever you are going to find out the this strip is not constant now. Everyone can take a strip anywhere else. Okay, it's कोई यहाँ से लेगा strip मेरी smaller neighborhood points. So here also you can take a neighborhood point. So x is variable, right? So hence we have taken x instead of taking a radius r. Okay, the total area of surface of revolution. Now we will find out the total area from point say P to Q. So total area of surface of revolution will be given by the integration I is equals to integration say P to Q 2 pi x ds. Okay, what is the value of a ds we have? Ds is nothing but under root of dx square plus dy square, because whatever we are having distance we have calculated in xy plane only, right? So it is nothing but ds is equal to under root of dx square plus dy square. Now I hope you have come across this. So ds is equal to, we have written 1 plus y dash square by taking dx common, correct? So here let me write down the value of integration I is equals to say integration p to q 2 pi x, value of ds is nothing but under root of 1 plus y dash square dx. Okay. Now, can anyone tell me when this integral I will be extremum or minimum? As in this example, we will find out the value of I to be minimum, right? Hey, I minimum, yes, Mare.
Di by dx equal to 0.
No, di by d alpha should be 0, but I is extremum by our Euler-Lagrange's theorem. What was our theorem? Integration I f of x y dash dx is extremum only if the function f will satisfy Euler-Lagrange
Euler-Lagrange's equation.
equation, right? So I will be extremum only if your function f, that is integrand, will satisfy the Euler-Lagrange's equation. Okay, have you understood the construction? First, we have taken a small strip. With the help of a small strip, we have found the area. What is the surface area of a strip? We have found with the help of a area of our this with the help of 2 pi r. Okay, what is 2 pi r? This is nothing but the circumference of the circle into multiplied by this height whatever we have. So we have this as by using the 2 pi x into ds. So this is for this small area ds. Now if I want to find out for in general, that is from say point P to Q, that we can do from say point to P to Q by using the integration we can solve. Okay. ds is also known to you. By using this consideration, we can have the value of I will be minimum only if your function f will satisfy Euler-Lagrange's equation. Okay. Okay, let me now write down Euler-Lagrange's equation. Dou f by dou y is equals to d by dx of dou f by dou y dash is equals to 0. Okay, what is a f in this case is 2 pi x under root of 1 plus y dash square, right? So whatever the terms except dx we have to write down here. Okay, now you have to tell me what are the derivatives and we have to solve this so that we can find out whatever the equation we are going to get. That is in the whatever the curve we are getting is an equation of a catenary. Okay. Sanga derivative. Yetana
So f
derivative.
with respect to y is 0.
F with respect to y, obviously it is 0. There is no term of y. Minus d by dx of f with respect to y dash. At that time, 2 pi x will treated as a constant. So derivative with respect to y dash, it will be 1 upon 2
1
under
upon 2 root 1 plus y dash square into
and
2y dash.
derivative of 1 plus y dash square, that is nothing but 2 y dash, which is equal to 0. Okay. So this 2 I can get cancelled. So we can have the value is nothing but d by dx. Now this negative sign we can multiply and we can get the value is 2 by x divided by under root of 1 plus y dash square into y dash is equal to 0. Right. Now what you have to do? We have to do the integration, because if you are going to solve it by derivative, it will be somewhat difficult to use by using u into u by v rule. Okay. So let me. So what we have to do now, by integrating with respect to x, what we get the value is 2 pi x y dash divided by under root of 1 plus y dash square is equal to some constant number will get, right? This 2 pi is also some constant, so we can have the value of this c dash upon 2 pi. What will be this term? That will be some another constant. Pi ka value always constant hai na, correct? This will be xy dash divided by 1 plus y dash square is equal to this new constant. I will tell it is nothing but some constant, say c. Okay. So now what we have to do? We have to do again this simplification, that is we have to solve this equation xy dash is equal to c under root of 1 plus y dash square. So by squaring on both sides, what you will get? X square y dash square is equals to c square 1 plus y dash square, right? Now what is y dash square? We can take y dash square common so that we can solve the equation for y dash. C square into y dash square by multiplying c square. Now here is also y dash square, here is also y dash square. So we can take y dash square common. We can have this is x square, and what is a common term here? Y dash square. So what we remain is c square is equals to c square. Is it okay up to this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what will be the value of y dash square? We can write as c square upon x square minus c square. Now we can write the value of y dash is equal to, by taking a square root on both sides, we can have c upon under root of x square minus c square. No doubt we can take plus or minus, but actually we are going to find out area, so that's why we are going to take a positive values, because area cannot be minimum. Area cannot be negative, right now. So here if suppose y is equal to x square is there, say y dash square is equal to x square, if you are going to take a square root, it will be y dash is equal to plus or minus of x now. But here as we are going to find out area, so area cannot be negative, hence we are taking the positive values here. Okay. So now what we have to do now? We have to just again integrate by integrating above equation, because what is the value of y dash? It is nothing but your dy by dx now. So by integrating with respect to x, once again we can get y is equals to integration of, with respect to x we are going to integrate. So we are going to have here it is x square minus c square plus some another constant, say b. Right. Now can anyone tell me what is the value of this integration, as you have studied in your 12th standard? Many formulas you have by hearted. सांगा इंटिग्रेशनची व्हॅल्यू काय येईल? येते ना आपल्याला? I'm waiting for you people. आता सांगा काय असेल व्हॅल्यू? आठवलं का नाही? हॅलो.
Yes, ma'am.
Hyperbolic cos inverse of x by see the value of this integration. So we get it is y is equals to, sorry, we can take this y minus b, so that we can have in this, it is nothing but hyperbolic cos inverse of x by c. Okay. So now the c I can take this side. This will be y minus b divided by c is equal to hyperbolic cos inverse of x by c. And next, on the next step, I can write this as x by c is equal to, by taking cos on both sides. So what will be the value? It will be hyperbolic cos of y minus b divided by c. What will be the value of x? We can get a c cos, hyperbolic cos of y minus b divided by c. Okay. So in this way we can get the value of x. Now which is nothing but an equation of a catenary. Now I hope you are not knowing this, whether this is an equation or not. So you after this lecture you have to search what is an equation of a catenary. Up to then you have to keep a faith on me that this is an equation of a catenary, right? So this is what an equation of a catenary we are going to obtain. So x is equal to some c hyperbolic cos of y minus b divided by c. What are b and c? These are nothing but constant. Okay, y is term, x and y are variable, and a, b and c are the constant term which are involved in the integration. Okay. So what we have studied in this is actually we have to find out what surface area, surface of revolution, right? Area of surface of revolution is minimum, and then the corresponding curve whatever we are obtaining is a catenary. Okay. So first we have found we are having one curve in a xy plane. We have to revolve this curve about a fixed axis of revolution. After revolving, we are going to get one 3D object, and that we have to show it is a catenary. Okay. So first we have found the distance between any two neighboring point. After that, we have to just find out the integration, that is 2 pi x dx. Okay, this with the help of disk formula we have obtained. Now area of disk we have to find out with the help of 2 pi r into that height. What is the height in this case is ds, 2 pi r into ds. As x we have taken variable because from any point we can find out the value of a ds. And then after that we have just used the value of our Euler-Lagrange's equation. We have evaluated derivative. Then we have done some adjustments so that we can find out the value of y dash. And after integrating, we can have the formula for integration. If you are knowing, it is good. Otherwise, you have to keep it here only. No? Or in another way, you can solve this integration by using substitution method. No? Suppose if you don't remember the what is the value of this integration, what you have to do at that time, you have to waste one more time. ज़्यादा टाइम लगेगा ना आपको ये इंटीग्रेशन का वैल्यू सॉल्व करने के लिए. यू हैव टू कीप द वैल्यू ऑफ x इज इक्वल टू सम c into sin theta or c into cos theta, and then you have to verify whether your substitution is correct or not, and then you have to use that formula now, right? Or directly if you know the formula you can put up this and you can get the value of term is in terms of x is equal to c hyperbolic cos of y minus b upon c, which is an equation of a catenary. Okay. Now I will tell you to write down one more example which is very similar to this one, or rather the same example, but surface of revolution we will take, that is axis of revolution will take some another one. Okay. Show that the curve is catenary for which the area of surface of revolution is minimum when revolved about x-axis. Last example में हमारा क्या था? It is y-axis, but now in this case we'll have another one. Say here the curve is given, say p to q, and now the surface of revolution is about x-axis. So here is x-axis, here is y. Suppose here is a z-axis. Okay. Now you have to solve this example. Whatever the example we have solved with the help of revolution about a y-axis. Here we have found the revolution about y-axis. Now you have to solve the example for a homework, revolution about a x-axis. You have to tell me what is an equation you have obtained. Okay. After revolving about the y-axis, we have got it equation in terms of x is equal to. Here revolution कुठे होता about y-axis. Now, if you revolved about x-axis, can you tell me? Can you just predict what will be in equation? आहेत का जागे सगळे?
Yes, ma'am.
Y equal to in some terms of x.
C cos hyperbolic of x minus b divided by c. इथे y असेल तिथे x असणार ना. If we are going to revolve about the y-axis, we are getting an equation in terms of x is equal to. So if you are going to revolve about the x-axis, you should get an equation this type. Okay. Is it okay? Will you solve this example?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. Now let us go for the next example, or rather we can have, this is a Brachistochrone problem. Okay. Brachistochrone problem. Okay. Now actually what is the meaning of Brachisto is and Chrone means time. So actually if you are going to see the meaning in English, it is nothing but shortest time problem. Okay, Brachistochrone problem or shortest time problem. Okay. For that, let me write down the statement and you have to predict what you have to do. Okay. The path followed by a particle in sliding from one point to another point show that a path followed by a particle show that a path followed by a particle in sliding from one point in sliding from one point to another point under the influence of gravity under the influence of gravity is a cycloid. माहित आहे का इक्वेशन सायक्लॉइडचा? The question may be like this. Another way, show that state and prove Brachistochrone problem. State and prove Brachistochrone problem. Actually, what is the question? Show that a path followed by a particle in sliding from one point to another point under the influence of gravity is a cycloid. Or in another way, we can have state and prove Brachistochrone problem. Okay. सांगा आता काय काय दिलेलं आहे आणि काय प्रूव्ह करायचं. Okay, let us draw the image. So as we are going to consider inverted, so let us assume that this is y-axis and this is x-axis. Say this is a point A. So what is given to us? Show that a path followed by a particle in sliding from one point to another point under the influence of gravity is a cycloid. Okay. That means we are provided with a particle. This particle is sliding from one point to another point. Okay, say this another point is B. Particle is sliding from one point to another point under the influence of gravity. क्या करना है आपको एक particle drop करना है from some height. Okay, under the influence of gravity. So this particle will go to some another position B It is our aim to show that whatever the path followed is given in minimum time. Obviously, minimum time hoga na, because it is followed under the because it is observed under the influence of gravity, right? So it is observed under the influence of gravity. So what we have to show this the path whatever we have obtained is a cycloid. Okay, we have to show that whatever the path we have obtained is a cycloid. Okay. Is there any problem for this construction?
No, ma'am.
Okay, we are provided with one particle. A particle is falling from position A to some another position B under the influence of gravity. Now we have to show that it is a cycloid. Okay. Or in another way, the question may be like this: state and prove brachistochrone problem. Okay. Now let us go for the problem. Brachistochrone is a path joining the between the 2 points. Okay. Actually, brachistochrone means what? Shortest time problem. Okay. हमको small time we have to take from B if you want to go from position A to B. Okay. If you want to follow the minimum time, then we are going to have a shortest distance. No, अगर आपके पास टाइम ज़्यादा है तो आप ज़्यादा डिस्टेंस फॉलो कर सकते हो ना. If you are provided with a minimum time, then obviously we are going to follow the shortest path. Okay. For that, brachistochrone is a path joining between the 2 points along which the particle of a mass m is moving from position say A to position B under the influence of gravity. Okay. For that, let me take v be the velocity of the particle. Let us assume that let v be the velocity of a particle along the curve. The time required to fall with the help of arc length is given by. Okay, now can anyone tell me how you are going to find out the time t which is required to fall from position A to B? I told you this many times from the first lecture. How much time you require to come to university to from university to stand or stand to university? How you calculate if you are going to have a velocity? Velocity if v is given to us, right? So what is the formula for velocity is nothing but distance upon time. If you know the distance, if you know the velocity, you can find out the time. So whatever the minimum time we are going to require for that will be calculated by using ds upon p. What is v in this case? It is nothing but the velocity of the particle. Okay. So let me rename this as TAB or T12. The TAB means the time required to travel from a position A to B. Okay, so this is what nothing but the value of integration I, because we are going to find out with the help of integration I the time required to reach from position A to B ds upon v. This is what our first equation. This value of integration I we have to evaluate. This I will be minimum only if by your integrand will satisfy the Euler-Lagrange's equation. Is it okay up to this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we have to go with the minimum time. So hence we have taken the value of integration with the help of a minimum time itself. What is the time required to travel from position A to B? We have calculated with the help of a velocity. Velocity is nothing but distance upon time. Okay. So let me now find out the value of a V and ds. If you find the value of V and ds, then we can solve this. Okay. No doubt we know the value of a ds. I will write down this directly as 1 plus y dash square dx. Okay. As we are familiar to solve the integration with respect to x, hence we are taking dx common, or another way we can take a dy also common. So what will be the equation? 1 plus x dash square dy. Now we have to find out the value of v, that is velocity. So for that, let me now write down what is kinetic energy. T is equal to 1 upon 2 m v square. What is a potential energy? Potential energy is nothing but minus, as we are falling in the downward direction, so it is minus mg height. What is a height in this case? As we have taken in
Y. X.
is nothing but x, no? It is falling in this way. So what is the height? This is nothing but your x. So m minus mg into x. Okay, so we can find out the value of, as it is in the conservative case, we can say kinetic energy plus potential energy is nothing but some constant. So what is the value of T? We have 1 upon 2 mv square. What is the value of potential energy we have obtained is minus mgx is equal to some constant term, right? So now with the help of that, as we want to solve this example easily, so this value of constant I can treat to be 0. 0 पण हे constant आहे ना, बरोबर? You can take any other constant. You can take a value of constant as some another term, but still if you want to solve it easily, so for that we have considered the value of this constant term to be 0. Okay, so for that we can get 1 upon 2 mv square is equals to mgx. This mass is a non-zero term. We can cancel out, right? So what will be the value of v square we have obtained is 2 into gx. So what we can get the value of v is nothing but under root 2 gx. So this also we have got, and we have got the value of ds also. So now we can substitute 1. So what will be the value of integration I is equals to integration of say from point say a to b. Okay, so ds upon v. What is the value of a ds we have obtained is 1 plus y dash square divided by under root of 2 gx. Okay, and here value of this ds is under root of 1 plus y dash square dx. Okay, is there any doubt up to this?
No, ma'am.
Okay, if not, let me solve this. Now what we have to find out minimum time. हे टाइम साठीच आहे ना, हे इक्वेशन कसं आलं आमचं E of AB. It is time required to travel from A to B with a minimum time. Obviously, we are going to follow the minimum time if you want to find out the shortest path. So here we are using the minimum time, shortest time problem. So here the value of integration we are going to solve it by minimum time problem. So this value of integration I, that is t, will be minimum. This is nothing but your time. This time will be minimum only if the integrand f will satisfy Euler-Lagrange's equation. Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now let me write down the Euler-Lagrange's equation. It is dou f by dou y minus dA by dx of dou f by dou y dash is equals to 0. What is the value of dou f by dou y now?
0.
Obviously it is 0 because there is no term of y involved in our function. Okay, let me write down the value of f here under root of 1 plus y dash square divided by 2gx. So here we can get the value of this is 0 minus d by dx of f with respect to y dash. Okay, now we have to find out the value of f with respect to y dash. At that time 1 upon under root of this 2g will be constant, right? So we have to find out the derivative of f with respect to y dash. सांगा derivative काय येणार आहे?
1 upon 2 under root 1 plus y dash square into 2y dash.
That will be, so here it is 2y dash as it is. So derivative of under root of 1 plus y dash square. It is nothing but 1 upon 2 under root of 1 plus y dash square. So this 2 can get cancelled, which is equal to 0. So we get the value is d by dx of this minus sign also we can merge out, and it will be nothing but y dash upon under root of 2g. X is also treated as a constant. So we can, as we are partially differentiating with respect to y dash, at that time we can treat x as a constant. So this under root we can have, this is nothing but 1 plus y dash square. Okay, this is, we have to keep it in one bracket is equal to 0. Now if you are going to take a total derivative, at that time we have to evolve for x, y, y dash. So that's why we will integrate the above equation with respect to x. After integrating above equation with respect to x, what we get the value is y dash upon under root of 2gx 1 plus y dash square is equal to some constant, say c. Okay, so this root 2 also we can take, right? So 2 is also constant term, no? So this root 2 if I am taking here, so it will be nothing but c1 into root 2. So that I can rename as a y dash upon under root of this g is also constant. So we can keep g also here. So what we remains is x 1 plus y dash square is equal to some constants, right? जी है ग्रेविटेशनल कांस्टेंट है ना, 2 पण एक कांस्टेंट है, so we have to take this term here so that this can merge with this constant term and we can have some new constant, say c. Okay, is there any doubt?
No, ma'am.
So now we have to solve this x plus, here it is x y dash square. So what is the next step? We have to take a square on both sides, which is nothing but c square. Into x plus c square into x y dash square. Now we can take a y dash square common from. We take y dash square common, we can have it is 1 minus c square x is equals to c square x. So what is the value of a y dash we have obtained is c square x divided by 1 minus c square into x. Okay. So now we can have the value of this is y dash square, no? Okay. On the next step, we can put the value by using taking a square root. We can have y dash is equal to c under root of x divided by 1 minus c square x. Okay. Now, what you have to do, if you want to cancel the value of c, we can take c common. If you take a c common, what we remains here, it will be 1 by c square. ना c नहीं है तो काय करावं लागेल divide minus x. If we take c square outside, it will be c. So this 2c get cancelled. So what we get is y dash is equal to under root of x divided by under root of this 1 upon c square. We can rename as some another constant, say a minus x. Okay? Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Now what you have to do in the next step, as it y dash is nothing but your dy by dx. So we will integrate by with respect to x. So we can have integrating with respect to x, y is equal to under root of x divided by under root of a minus x dx. We are going to integrate with respect to x. Okay. After that, what you have to do? We have to put the value of some term here. By using substitution, we have to solve this integration. Okay. Now I will give you this to you people that I will give you substitution also. X is equals to sine square theta by 2. Okay. So what will be dx? Is a as it is 2 sine theta by 2 cos theta by 2 and derivative theta by 2 is 1 by 2. So this 2 get cancelled. So here I have given you value of x dx. You have to solve this integration, and in the next lecture you have to tell me whether you will get the equation of a cycloid or not. Okay. If you are confusing, write down this. Y is equal to integration of under root of x upon under root of a minus x. Write down the substitution also. Solve it and tell me the value. Okay. You have to do it now only. येत आहे ना सॉल्व करायला? If it is a problem, you can solve it at home, and then you can solve and you can tell me the value of x and y, and then we can conclude that whatever the equations we have obtained is a cycloid. Okay, now after completing this, you have to see that these two things. What is an equation of a cycloid? What is an equation of asteroid? What is an equation of a catenary? Okay. Next, you have to solve this integration also. Okay. लिहिलेत सगळ्यांनी?
Yes, ma'am.
You can solve it. Now we will end the lecture. Next lecture you will have at 1:30. I hope Thenge ma'am will take the next lecture. You can leave the meeting and at 1:30 you can join.